Most people hate talking about money. In fact, people are so scared to talk about money at the dinner table, they feel really awkward about talking about it. And I really feel that this is one of the main things that keeps people stuck from attracting more money. It's their negative attitude towards money that's keeping them stuck. In this video, we're going to cover 3 things. Number 1 is where the actual stigma around money actually originated from. And number 2, why it's so harmful and it's stopping you attracting money into your life and keeping you stuck. And number 3, how to actually overcome this. So number 1, where did the stigma actually come from around money? Well, it started with your upbringing, even before you were able to speak. The condition that you received from your parents, from your guardians, from your environment, all those conversations that were had about money. Did your parents even talk about money, or was it one of those secret conversations that was never discussed? So just think about it, right? When you were younger, you wanted something. I wanted a new bike. And your mum or dad or whoever said, you know what, where's the money going to come from? I'm not made out of money. And all you kept on hearing was that same statement over and over again. You want to go on holiday, we can't go away because there's not enough money to go around. You know, money doesn't grow on trees. You hear all of these kind of negative statements. And with that repetition, over a period of time, it forms like this whole money belief. So let's bring it to today. So imagine that you're out having dinner with some friends and you start talking about money. And the conversation, when we talk about money, everybody starts to feel really awkward. Like, you know, you don't talk about money. It's just like it's not a done thing. It's not. I always say that at the dinner table, there's 2 things that most people don't talk about. One is sex and one's money. So imagine like your parents grew up in a tough time. Imagine all the conversations that were spoken about. You know what? People are losing their jobs. People are getting their homes repossessed. There's no money about. There's queues at the job center. There's no employment. All you kept on hearing was lack, lack, lack. And so that really starts to go deep into your subconscious mind and starts to form unhealthy conditions around money. So if you look at some of the beliefs that we have about rich people, a lot of people say, you know what, rich people are scum, they must have done something to get to someone, they're only out for themselves, they walk all over everybody else, money goes to money. It's like rich people are like looked upon as like they're like foreign objects, so they're like not good people. But here's the thing, the wealthiest people are the biggest givers. And we build this belief around wealthy people that, you know, they're not just good people. So how can you become somebody that you resent? So if you resent wealthy people, rich people, you can never become that. Now you might have heard like statements, the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And that statement is so misunderstood. When we talk about rich people, we're talking about rich people like rich mindset, right? Rich become richer. Listen, if you've got a wealthy mindset, you're going to become wealthier. Now, if you've got a poor mindset, you're going to become poorer. It's simple as that. Now in society, right, when we talk about money, it's really associated with greed. Like you say that I want to earn more money, I want a bigger house, I'd love to earn twice as much. Often and a lot, people say, well, why do you want more money for? Just be happy with what you got. Don't be greedy, right? You should be grateful for what you got. Now, I don't really believe that there's anything wrong with money. There isn't, right? Because without money, what can you actually do? People really go out of their way, like not to talk about money, not to talk about materialistic things. You know, we talk about having nice cars, a nicer home. But people really avoid that because it's like, it's frowned upon. You shouldn't be doing that. You know, you should just be like, have enough to get by. You don't need extra. Why do you want more for? Have you ever experienced that? Maybe you've had a conversation with somebody. Maybe you spoke about some of your dreams and ambitions. And well, why do you want that for? Here's some of the experiences I've had, like when I'm giving money. I love donating to charities. I love giving money. And I've got a healthy relationship around money. So I will openly share on my social media, on my Instagram, what I'm doing. And I've had so much hate. You know, people sending me DMs, oh, you shouldn't be telling people what you're giving away. You know, one lady, in fact, she messaged me, I think it's wrong, Mindy, for you to like share your donation. You should give in private. What the left hand gives, the right hand shouldn't know about. I'm like, well, where did that come from? I'm like, listen, are you telling me just because I've donated like 5,000 bucks to this charity in India where it's gonna like feed kids or whatever, are you telling me just because I've publicly announced that I'm doing this, that those children won't benefit from the donation? And she goes, well, I just don't think you should, you know, talk about it. I said, well, why not? What's wrong with that? I'm educating people. And this is the type of a mindset of someone that's got poor conditioning around money. They don't really understand the importance and value money. It's like, it's not good to have money. Think about one of the most common beliefs, that there's not enough money out there. Now I want you to really think about, how is this actually affecting you and your business and your finances? Well, if you really believe that there's lack, there's not enough money to go out there, how are you ever going to attract it? Because your unconscious mind will really see that there's not enough. That's your belief. So what will happen is the universe won't open up abundance to you because you're so caught up in a lack mindset and a closed mind. And in fact, I've heard this expression, and I think it's really true. A closed mind is an expensive mind. So most people are programmed just to get by. You know, as long as we've got enough money to pay my bills, as long as, like, you know, I can have food in the fridge, that's all that matters, and a roof above my head. But why not more? You know, again, it goes back down to that conditioning. We believe that, you know what, you should be happy with what you got, don't be greedy, don't want more. And so you kind of really like limit yourself to what how you're actually going to live. You're not opening up yourself to have more, to be more, because you don't feel it's okay. And that really impacts like your whole view around money and success, because you're so tied up with like just keeping it small and not really opening up your mind to having more. The idea doesn't exist in your mind about abundance. It's all about just getting by, making enough, making enough, making enough. And people go throughout life just making enough. Even though you may say, well, Mindy, my beliefs around money, I have good beliefs around money, but there's two levels of belief. One is a conscious belief where you just kind of have the idea, you know what, yeah, I get it, money is good. But it's the unconscious conditioning where that stigma lays buried deep down that's actually controlling your movements towards money. This is why you won't go out your way to earn more money and take bigger actions. Now, most people, what they do is they'll come down to, let's say they've got $1,000 in their account and they'll spend it. They'll just get rid of it, because it's not that they don't know how to manage money, it's their beliefs around money. But why not, on the other hand, try to like take that $1,000 and turn it into 5,000? Why not do that? Why not take that and try to multiply it? And this is down to the money conditioning. Have you ever experienced like your bank balance, it never goes below a certain point, it never goes above a certain point. And sometimes when your account does go below a certain point, you start to panic. The most that you ever have in your bank account is like $3,000. You start spending money and you get down to like, let's say 2,000, 1,500. You get down to $1,500, you've lost half your net worth, and now panic kicks in. Now what happens is you'll stop spending and you'll get yourself slowly back up to that 3K. And when you hit that 3K again, you're in this kind of a fake comfort zone. And what happens again? You do this same thing again. And you go up and down, you kind of yo-yo between two levels, and you can't escape that. I had that for many years. The most money I'd have in my account was like 3,000. And no matter what I did, what I tried to, I couldn't get past that. I couldn't surpass that 3,000, regardless of how many more hours I worked. I didn't understand what was going on. But later on, I discovered that, hey, this is a part of my money beliefs that's keeping me stuck. So I had to go back and alter that. Here's the crazy thing. 72% of people actually experience financial stress throughout their lives. So that's like 72 people out of every 100. I want you to really think about this. Out of 100 people, 72 people of those will never have financial freedom in their life. They'll always be like restricted around money. They'll never get past a certain amount. They're living like hand to mouth without the experience of abundance. And I feel that's kind of really sad. Most people don't even think about money. They don't think about producing more money. In fact, they're thinking about the opposite, the lack that exists in their life, lack of money, lack of this, lack of that, complaining about rich people and how it's so hard to make money. But never like, right, let me see how I can make some more money. Hey, listen, I want to make an extra 50 grand this year. How do I do it? And start putting together a plan. It's always the negative ideas that dominate one's mind, not the other way around. Wealthy people have a wealthy mindset. So, in other words, they're constantly thinking about wealth, how to create more. They have a good relationship with money. But on the other hand, those 72% of people who really struggle with their money, most of the ideas that are going on in their mind are always negative ideas around money. Think about that. Now, point 3, how to actually overcome the stigma of money, actually breaking that conditioning. Remember, this conditioning goes back generations, not just to your parents, but they were passed on beliefs around money down to them. So imagine how many generations this goes back. Imagine some of the things that you were taught about money that maybe you say to your children now that you were told about money. Where does money grow on? Money doesn't grow on trees. Where is it going to come from? There's not enough. I'm not made of money. I'm not Mr. Rockefeller. So one way of really breaking the stigma around money is get yourself a pen and paper and write down some of those negative beliefs, that negative ideas that you have around money, like rich people are scum. It's wrong to want more money. Don't be greedy. Money doesn't grow on trees. There's a lack. And next to that, I want you to write the opposite of that, like money's not good, but write down money is good and why money is good. Write that down. And rich people are scum. Think about the opposite to that. Well, rich people are good because they're able to give more to charity. You get where I'm going with this? So make sure you do those 10 things on the left-hand side and then write the opposing positive side to that same statement and start to really identify with, like, say, right, yeah, you know what? I accept this idea. Rich people are not all scum. You know, money is good. Money is good to have. And money's not the root of all evil, because like money allows you to have choices, right? If money was the root of all evil, why would like churches and religious organizations want donations, right? Why would they want donations? If it's like the root of all evil, they'd want to keep that stuff away, right? But that's misinterpreted. Now, besides this exercise, I really want you to think about these questions that I'm about to ask you. So what's your attitude towards money? What motivates you to earn more money? Think about this one. What's the most amount of money that you ever feel that you'll have access to in your life, that you'll actually earn in your life? What's that like the top end level that you have, that you believe that you can do? How often are you really worried about money? So just imagine this, right? You're at a restaurant, you're out with some friends and family, and someone offers to pay for your bill, take the bill. What's your response to that? Do you feel really uncomfortable? Do you feel awkward about allowing them to do that for you? Right, so you're walking down the street and you find a $20 bill. What do you do with it? Here's the one, right? Your best buddy rings you up, hey, listen, can you lend me like $1,000? I need $1,000. What's your first response? Do you like try to avoid the question? Do you say, I haven't got it? Or are you afraid of saying no? What do you feel about that? I really want you to reflect on some of these origins of these beliefs that you've just mentioned, and some of the ideas around money that you have. Where do they come from? How long have you been like believing them? And how have they been controlling your finances and your movement in life in general? Like, have they been holding you back? Now, if you got rid of these stigmas around money, these ideas, where do you feel like your life could be if you had a better relationship with money? Now, I want you to take on, for the next 30 days, a new concept around money, really telling yourself why money is really good to have and all the good that you're able to do with money. Now, imagine this, right? Imagine what you could do if you had the extra like 50,000 or 100,000 a year. How would your life improve? How would your family's life improve? Now, I'm sure that you'll say that you do more good for other people, right? So why is it so bad to want more money? So remember when you were a kid, you used to dream? And as we get older, we stop dreaming. Our dreams get taken away and we get taught like, you should be happy with what you got. We have all of these limitations placed upon us. So today what I want you to do is think about how much more money would you need to be earning to live the life that you truly want to live. Like, you want to buy a new car, you want to travel more. Where would your next holiday be? What kind of like neighborhood would you live in? If you got kids, where would you send them to school? I want you to really get accustomed to like wanting more and letting your imagination really go. Think about all the good that you could do, all the people in your family that you could help. Maybe you've got a younger sister or a partner, your father-in-law, mother-in-law, your parents. How much more could you help them with? Now, this is a crazy thing. When most people get to retirement age, they don't even have enough money to live the way they want to live. They've got to rely on somebody else for their own financial finances. This is where it gets fun. Now, I would like you to create a financial plan. So what is a financial plan? I'm not telling you to like get all spreadsheets and get all crazy, but a financial plan, just working out, hey, listen, I want to live this way. And so I want to live this way, I want to live this lifestyle. So how much money do I need in order for me to live this lifestyle? So take into account every single month, like how much your mortgage would be, like your car payments, like how much money that you want to carry around so you can go shopping and have lunch or whatever you want to do with that. Figure that out, break it down. So monthly, how much money do you need to be earning in a month? Number one rule, don't think about how it's going to happen. You don't need to worry about the how for now. All we want to do is focus on, firstly, hey, listen, this is how I want to live my life and this is how much I need to live my life. Most people don't do that because they're afraid of, they don't know how they're going to do it. Will it ever happen? So I'm looking at my dream house right now, and I'm looking at my dream house, but I want to dream even bigger than my dream house. So I'm not limiting myself. So I'm saying, right, I could have this now, but I really want this. This is a house I want. This is my dream. So now I'm putting together a plan, right? How much money, how much extra money do I need to be making every month to keep the upkeep of that house? So an extra 15,000 a month. Okay, so where do I get that from? 15,000 would allow me to do X, Y, and Z. Now, do I want to upgrade my car? What else do I want to buy my dad a car? What else do I want to do? So I put together a plan. Hey, this is how much I need. Most people take their lifestyle, the standard of their lifestyle, to match their income. But really, you want to be taking your income up to match the type of a lifestyle that you really want. Now, the number one thing you got to do now, you know number one, right? How much money you need to be earning every single month. Now is the time to start putting this plan together. Right, what's the first thing that you feel that you can do to start working towards that goal? Get yourself a pen and paper and start journaling. What kind of actions can you take? Maybe you want to set up an additional business, or maybe you have a business already that's doing well but not doing enough, right? So what actions can you start taking today that's going to move the needle in your finances, right? So break it down. Let's just say, right, you need 30,000 a month extra. right? So you know every single day you've got to make an extra $1,000 a day. Now, on the other hand, if you want to earn 15,000 extra a month, you'd break that down into a daily amount. This is how much money I need to be making each day. So is it like $500 or something? So I know I need to be making an additional $500 today. So then put together a plan. How can I get these extra $500 in place? Now it all compounds. Imagine at the end of the year how much extra money that you will have. But action's really important. Don't just dream about it, you got to put it into action. That's the action causes the attraction. Now it's really important to start to put together this like money mindset. So a good thing for you to do would be to write yourself a money affirmation, like money flows to me consistently every single month, or I'm consistently making 10,000 or more every single month effortlessly. And you want to place these statements around the house. Maybe get 10 to 20 pieces of paper and post them everywhere. Get one in the bathroom, laminate it, stick it up right in front of your bed. When you wake up, when you go to sleep, look at it. Put a card in your pocket and really start to feel like this actually happens to you. So don't, at the beginning, it's going to sound kind of crazy. Well, this isn't true. Have you ever heard that phrase? You tell yourself a lie often enough and you end up believing it. So start doing that right now. The final step to this is like, start really focusing on all the financial pluses that you have in your life, all the abundance that you're surrounded with. Like you have a roof above your head, you have food in the fridge, you know, you're wearing clothes. Look at the money that even comes to you. Like when someone hands you change, when you go to the checkout and they give you change back, start seeing yourself as you're attracting money. And the other thing is, when you're actually spending money, spend it with good energy. Let it go, release it. Know that it's going to return back to you. I always say, whenever I spend some money, I know this money is going to return back to me through God's infinite source of supply. It's going to come back to me like multiplied, instantaneously. I tell myself this over and over again. Even if you're paying a digital on your phone, you're sending some money on your app, even then, send it out with good vibes, knowing that it's coming back. Send it out with happiness, love and joy, and watch what flows back to you. Now let's go full circle and put all of this into practice. Now I want to help you get really comfortable about talking about money. So comment below how much money that you're currently earning and how much money you want to be earning 5 years from now. So do you want to know how I went from 0 to 1 million very, very fast in my business? Click this link right now, check the video out, and I'll see you on the next one.